The size of these bells is amazing. And when you talk about all the bells put together, you're talking about more than 8,000 pounds of just bells up here. The minimum beam that we have up here is 12 inches by 12 inches, and they go in size from there. Beyond the Centennial Bell, the main bell, the other 8 bells were added back in 1902. And they were presented by the city of Easton, by the congregation of First Church, as well as other prominent families who gathered here for worship. These 9 bells need restoration as we speak.
We haven't done any major renovations since 1971, so we knew we had some issues at that point. So we started establishing a Save the First Steeple committee, and from there we've done a lot of work and applied for some grants.
This building on any street would be iconic. I mean, it's just a beautiful building. And when people walk by here, not only is it the building, but the thick wrought iron, the real wrought iron fence, not like today, there's a feeling of, oh, these people really care about their building and they're preserving it.
We currently have 4 clocks pointing in each direction on the next tier, and this is the ladder which goes all the way up, okay, to the clock level itself. Part of our restoration process is to also refurbish all those clocks, integrate them with the chimes, so it will be, fully functional, okay, and accessible from downstairs by the organ as well.
What we want to stress with everyone in the community is this is part of your Easton heritage here. You want to preserve the history here. It's a landmark here in Easton.
It's a visual reminder that history happened here. We're a part of this flow in history. It goes back to 1745. It was built, it was founded before we were even officially a country. During the Revolutionary War, George Washington came to visit. It was put into service as a hospital. The parishioners actually couldn't use their own church. For several years it was a military hospital where they had wounded soldiers.
These strikers are very old. They are no longer manufactured, and we have had recommendations they should be replaced. So the new strikers will be on the outside of the bell instead of on the inside, and the strikers that are there will just be frozen so that they will no longer work, but they will remain in place.
I would encourage anyone they don't have to be a member of this congregation, to support the saving of the steeple, because this steeple is very important to the city, not just because of the church that it's attached to, but because you can see it from far and wide. It's a symbol that is positive, comforting, and historic.
Why do we need this building? Well, the funny thing that happens with the passage of time, the remarkable thing is, we often forget. That's the reason why these buildings are so incredibly important. So you can walk into the church and you can speak with someone there, or you have plaques or markers, and you can be reminded of the incredible things that happened here to ordinary people just like us. They just happened to be alive during extraordinary times. And the building is a physical reminder of that.